Hey y'all, hey, and welcome to another session of Meditations with Marigny. So, guess what? Your girl then did a whole video just about and looked down. She said, wait a minute, I don't think that mic is on. And it wasn't. And I didn't even pause to see whether or not it recorded or, I didn't even feel like trying to do all of that. I just thought I'd jump back on right quick and just make this a quickie. So if you like my videos, I'd love for you to click like. If you love them, I'd love for you to share it with a friend. And I have asked you guys, I want to try to get to 200 subscribers by the end of December. And I'm asking you that if you like my videos, would you invite someone to subscribe? So I wanted to jump back on and talk a little bit about the conversation that I had with you all on yesterday about dating multiple people at one time. And I want to make sure that I give a level of clarity to that. When I say dating multiple people, I'm talking about making sure that you are vetting multiple people. So for those who follow me, just so my words are not taken out of context, if you follow me, I'm speaking from a Christian perspective. I'm talking about people who are pretty much vetting and dating to get married. So I'm not talking about people that's just looking for long-term relationships. And if you glean something from this, that's great. But that's not where my life stands. That's not the group of people that I'm speaking to. The people that I'm talking to are the people that are doing what they need to do to try to move into a place of a marital covenant marriage or setting. Okay, so now that I got that out the way. So on my previous video, I do want to say this though. Today is Thursday because I was like, happy Thursday. Y'all know my personality. And it's happy Thursday for me because if you've been following my channel, you know that I'm working on my master's degree. And today is December the 11th, 2025. And I'm working on my certification. And guess what, y'all? I think today is the day that I'm going to submit my last assignment. So I'm super excited about that. All right. So got that out the way. And I'm going to shoot some pool tonight. So I might shoot a video there too, because I'm going to celebrate. Yes. So in reference to dating, and dating multiple people at one time. And what I want to say is when I said that, I want to make sure that we are clear that I'm not talking about sleeping with multiple people. That's a difference. And that's not the vein of people that I'm speaking with. That's not the vein of people who are, I think, follow my channel. But I am talking about if you are earnestly praying, seeking God for companionship, and you are trying to make sure that, as you all know, walk in a level of abstinence. And that can be very difficult because you must make yourself vulnerable. And in order to make yourself vulnerable, it is difficult to hold back your physical components for someone if you're going to be completely vulnerable with them. And so I kind of want to tap into the fact that you have to let people see who you are. And when I say that, I think when I started this journey of dating, I didn't originally want to let people see all of me. And when I say all of me, like, there are some parts of us that, yes, we're going to hold back on. But there are other parts that people need to see. Like, a man needs to see that you are giddy. And like most men that have found some level of interest in me, one of the things that they say is, I didn't know you were as funny as you are. Or I didn't know that you would like my crazy little jokes. Or so sometimes, a lot of times guys have dark humor, and that's within their own little area. But if you come like me, I come from a family of extremely masculine men. I come from a very well supported area of being around men. Like, I don't have a negative component about me when it comes to men. Whereas there are some people who have had and faced trauma that caused them to have a different viewpoint of a man himself. So let alone a man that they're now going to be in a relationship with. So, and I'm saying that to you because one of the things that I have found, and I'm just sharing this with you guys, and ladies, you could take it like a grain of salt. I have learned to just be me, just be authentically who I am, and enjoy every moment that I have as I'm talking to people and vetting them. And when I say that, I'm laughing, I am being jubilant. I am just being silly. I am embracing sometimes the things that gets on my nerve. Like sometimes I just laugh at some of the things that I feel like, okay, this would normally have stressed me out. But I also think that some of that comes with age as well. You know, as you mature and you get older, and now my kids are older and I'm not worried about their day-to-day practices and things of that sort. And I'm saying that because, ladies, you must understand that if it is a man that is in his 40s, in his 50s, in his 60s, he has already, especially if he's a working class man, for the type of guy that I know that I would kind of be drawn to. Sorry about that, guys. My eye is itching right there. The type of guy that I will be drawn to, he's going to be a working class guy. He's going to be a guy that typically gets up and goes to work every day, and he kind of got a regular routine of what he does. And he's not going to want to come home to somebody that is ranting and raving about something. And I'm saying that because these are discussions that you should be having early on in the relationship. I am having early on conversations with people about what my expectations are. And based upon the response that I get from them, based upon how we hash out those issues, that tells me whether or not that's going to be a man that I'm going to be able to even deal with. And when I say deal with, you guys know that I believe in the order of, you know, the man is the head of the household. The woman is there to support his leadership and the things that he has as a vision. And that does not mean that you don't have your own vision, because I need for y'all to understand that I'm a lot. I need for you to know that I bring what I bring to the table, which means that the man that is with me, he has to have the capacity to carry this. And I don't say that in a negative way. I say it in a positive way. And I say it because if many of us knew the knowledge that we have now, if I knew this knowledge right here, I can't tell you that I would have got married the first time. And I definitely wouldn't have gotten married the second time. The first time, I think we would have done it a little bit differently. My first husband, I believe he had the capacity. And I believe as we talk now, we have a child together. As we talk now, it's like, man, you know, he'd be like, I was so young, I was dumb, I was doing this, doing that, you know, didn't know how to include me in certain decision-making processes. And he was like, man, if I could just, you know, and I say, yeah, you know, I think that you could, because we still are very good friends. So what I'm saying to you is, if you start this vetting process and you are honest up front, stop sending your representatives to the meetings. Go out there just like you are. When I go just like I am. I don't dress up in no fancy outfits to see whether or not that's going to impress him. I look nice because that's what I want to look nice in, but I put on what I want to put on. I don't put on what I feel is going to impress him. I will put on what I think he might like to see. So if it's a guy that he, you know, he has mentioned that he likes the shoulders or he likes legs. If he's a leg guy, I might wear a dress. If he's a shoulder guy, I might wear a little off the shoulder outfit or a little something that gives just a little bit more show to it. Something, you know how they have the shirts that have like the little strap across the top, but then it might hang off. I'm going to put something on that I feel like he is going to enjoy to watch, or he is going to enjoy to look at. And I think that's another thing, ladies. Sometimes we feel, and I say we, I try not to make my videos where it's like accusatory. Sometimes we feel like pleasing our man is a negative. And what I want to say to you as a woman who is walking in abstinence and a woman who is believing God for her husband is that part of your goal in going through this process should be to please him. A very high portion of your goal should be that I want him to like what he looks at. I want him to enjoy what he sees when he comes into me. If he likes me in blue jeans and he say, I like them jeans right there, girl. I like the way those fit. You want to order 2 or 3 pair. Go on and get it in black, get it in the dark blue, get it in the light blue, get it in the wash. Like, because he likes those jeans. Now, you might like it because it's what you like to wear. But if he says, I like that shirt, that looks good on you, I love that color, you got to pay attention. But only those who are really paying attention are going to pick up on those components. So if you're not paying attention to what he says, then you're not going to be able to meet his needs. And if you're not able to meet his needs, why are you vetting him for this process? Like what is the purpose of the marital experience at this age? Because many of you are already in your career paths. Some of us might be kind of going through I'm going through a remake right now, but some might be going through a remake, but others are pretty much set in what they're going to be doing. So you're not building on that. But as I shared with a friend the other day, no, we may not be building at this age because most people have already done that at their ages of being younger. But many men, if I'm completely honest, many men right now, their greatest fear in this dating age of 40 to 60 years old, their greatest fear is that they may have lost everything. And I've said this in another video. They may have lost everything that they did work for in a previous marriage. And if they lost it, then do you have a mindset as a woman who says that you are a wife or you want to be a wife, that you can only marry somebody who has those things already? Because the truth of the matter is, you may be in a rebuilding stage with him. And if you're not that woman to do that, then don't. But one of the things that I shared with someone is that I still got to have a mindset to be able to build capacity. I gotta have a mindset to be able to build legacy. I have a mindset to build empire, because he may not come with all those components already in place. Now, he might come with the strategies and he may come with some of the components, but I'm telling you right now, people that I know that are on their second marriages, especially men who are in loving relationships now, those brothers had to rebuild with the women that they're with now. I don't know where this is going, to the left, because it's not completely about what I was thinking I was going to talk about. But those brothers had to rebuild. I know one right now. His ex-wife took everything out the house. When I say everything, she took everything except the bed and a TV. When that brother called me over, he's just a friend. He said, come in, hey, come, listen. And he said, hello, and hello. The house was so empty that you could hear the echo. But his new wife, she stepped right in. She came in and she had her own house. I want to put that out there too. She already had a house, but she stepped in and now they live in his home. And it is a beautiful thing to watch them. You know, they've been married now 3 years, I think. But it's a beautiful thing because that brother had to go into his pension and he had to give up about $50,000. And he said, you know, Marigny, if I had to do it all over again, I didn't know. He was with that woman for 26 years. I want to say 26 or 27. That was married. They were high school sweethearts. So 30 years of his life just about was gone. And in 3 years, I've seen God give it back to him. Another young man, his wife just posted a picture on yesterday, and then I'm going to go because I got to get in here and sign in. He posted a picture on yesterday, and she said, I don't know what he was thinking. He was looking at her. She said, but whatever it was, and she was laughing in the picture, but he had this kind of awkward look on his face. And she said, either he was looking at me and he was saying, I have worked his last nerve, or he was looking at me and he was saying, I'm so grateful to be with this woman. And she was like, either way, I'm just glad to be with him. And in 10 years, this is a brother that I saw sleeping on the floor because he lost everything when his wife left. And in the time period that they've been together, they have rebuilt everything, built them a new house, sent his son off to college because she doesn't have any children. Sent his son off to college, and then about a year or so ago, he posted a picture. He didn't even post the car. He just posted a picture of him in the car. And everything that he lost, the Lord gave it back to him. He's driving a Porsche right now. And they living good. And when I say they living good, they're not living beyond their means. But she helped to restore him back to who he needed to be. So guys, if you're dating and if you're out here in the dating world, just remember, vetting is just a part of the process. But what are you willing to do to serve? What are you willing to do to sacrifice? And what are you willing to do to make sure that you can save what you say that you want, which is a marital relationship? If you love my videos, click like. If you like my videos, click like. If you love them, click share. And then I would love for you to subscribe. Y'all have a great day. Love y'all. Bye.